you folks, are you supporting Susan Bartlett in the primary, or are you just hosting the space?
I support Susan. I speak for myself. We've had a number of conversations and got to know each other, but the idea of innovation in intellectual property is pretty strong in my DNA. And I've tried a number of times to help the state in a number of ways, and I feel like Susan's one of the first ones that sort of gets it and has actually gone out and done the diligence and found out that this is the way a lot of people feel. And they'd be excited about an idea that would help them support their own ideas to help them start their own businesses. And you had mentioned, I think, that what about the person that doesn't have the idea? I've never met one. Everybody has ideas. So the idea is, how do you get the connection between people and the knowledge about what to do with their ideas?
Well, again, John's going from here to go teach 400 people how to become inventors is a pretty amazing idea.
Some of the greatest inventions I've seen over the last 15 years come from the person on the manufacturing line, which never even thought that they had good ideas, but they're great. So, Robert?
I would concur what John said, and I don't think many people appreciate the power of innovation and the ability to turn that into a real economic powerhouse. It makes a huge difference.
So is it the economic plan that sort of swayed you, or were you already supporting Senator Bartlett?
Sure.
So.
A simple example, this was, check this out in the New York Times. So this phone, when it came out, you paid about $500 for it. It's full of intellectual property, hundreds of patented ideas in there. Okay. In terms of where the money went when you bought the phone, about $400 of it went to Apple. The other $100 went to a bunch of manufacturers, mostly in Asia Pacific, to make it. You can do the same thing with any other idea in a place like Vermont. Senator referred to the K-Cup. The Kraft Corporation was utilizing the intellectual property associated with the K-Cup, which actually belongs to Keurig Green Mountain Coffee Roasters, and reached a settlement where they paid $17 million to Green Mountain Coffee Roasters, and for every coffee pod that they sell, pay Green Mountain Coffee Roasters 6.5 cents. Once again, it's in the public domain, so you can check those numbers out. Pretty powerful stuff for a little coffee company in Vermont.
And when you talk about the kind of vetting that would go on, I mean, your office that you're proposing and the Regional Economic Development Organization that you would kind of readjust how they focus, there would be some groups that might get a grant because their idea looked really promising, but anyone who walked in the door could get some help. I mean, you're not trying to just sort out, or are you trying to just sort out?
No, but what needs to happen for me, is John's going to go talk to a business with 400 employees to help them figure out how to become inventors. And as I say, there are all sorts of people out there that have ideas. And my idea is we as the state need to first, by creating this office, you're saying very publicly, this is our priority. This is a culture that we acknowledge, we want to support, and we want to figure out how to grow it in this state. And you're really, I would say my biggest concern is that you're going to open the door and there's going to be a flood. And figuring out how to sort those things out are going to take some time and energy. But we start by educating all the regional economic development folks, because their local people will come in and talk with them. And this is absolutely would be a project and an attitude and an approach that's going to develop as we see what happens. But I have no doubts that it will work, and it'll work very fast.
So is there money attached? Like if I have a great idea and it costs $20,000 to get a patent, will I get money from the state then to help me?
It's not set up like that right now, but we need to figure that out. And again, see, that's, I'm just looking to the dollars, the 13 million that we're already spending. You can reallocate that in a lot of different ways.
And the 13 that gets spent on the regional development offices, is that what you're talking about?
No, that's what the whole budget for the Agency of Commerce and Community
Okay.
Affairs is for there.
Okay.
Not counting advertising and all those sorts of things.